Beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to Make It Last. So, last episode, we kind of already met our present self, and now this is our younger 19-year-old self of how we met with Harvey. So, let's get to it. What are you doing? That was on the ground. At the bottom of it. And I paid for this one. I don't want it to, I don't want to waste it. He got up to his feet and locked eyes with me. What's your name? It's Jordan. My face started to heat up. If I would have come up earlier and bought everything, how much would it have cost? I don't know, $100? He did some quick mental math and then pulled out his wallet. I don't have that much on me. I will be right back. Please, Jordan, please wait here. There was something about the way he said my name. There was something about the way that he said please that I felt compelled. I nodded and he ran off down the sidewalk. I hadn't noticed that Charlotte had come up with some bags to help clean up the mess. Esther, Charlotte, and I cleaned up everything. I pulled the broken table out of the way, and soon my spot was completely empty. The man came sprinting back up to the bake sale area. He slowed down when he got closer to me. Oh, you already finished? I was going to help clean up. I'm sorry. He held out a hand to me. I stared at it, confused. Here it is. It's $100, plus some extra for a tip. What? The money that you would have gotten for selling your cupcakes. Oh, are you sure? Yeah, I'd feel like a total airhead if I couldn't help. Thank you. I could tell Dad that I was successful. He didn't have to know the truth. But I wasn't sure if I wanted something that I didn't earn like this. Man must have noticed that I was still disappointed. Look, I know I'm not your home slice. Is there any way that I can help? Huh? Is there any way that I can help? Like, if we were to go out right now and buy everything we needed and start baking, and can we come back? You would lose out on a large section of the day. I think it'd be worth it. Wait, you mean, like, bake everything again? Everything? Why not? I don't have the money to get everything. We can use this money. And what if I can't finish baking all of this before it's over? What if I lose? We can't lose. We can't lose because heroes never lose. Yeah, and get this guy's help. Hopefully keep him out of trouble and not knock over anyone else's tables. His face blushed. So sorry about that. I think you should do it, honey. You really think so, Esther? You worked hard, but you didn't get the satisfaction of seeing anyone else enjoying it. I thought about it for a few seconds. Okay. Okay. Let's go bake a new batch. He gave me a smile that reached his eyes again. It made my knees feel weak. Yeah, you two can do it. Charlotte patted me on the back and gave me a thumbs up. Esther leaned in to give me a hug. You can do this, just have fun. She smiled at me as she stepped back. Alright, Jordan, ready to go? I came face to face with... I still didn't know his name. I didn't catch your name. His face lit up briefly with a smile. My name is Harvey. It's nice to meet you, Jordan. The two of us walked over to my car. Harvey got into the passenger side. Harvey looked out the window and spoke quietly. You have such a nice smile. You say something? Nah, let's book it. They're so cute. Oh gosh. It didn't take us long to get Vintage Mart. We didn't speak much on the way there. Harvey followed me around the store and helped me search for all the ingredients needed. Where do you live? I gave Harvey the address to my apartment building. No way. What? We live in the same building. We do? Yeah, that's so funny. I've never seen you around. I thought back to try and remember if I had seen Harvey around. I was lost in thought and hadn't realized that I stopped. Harvey hadn't either. He bumped into me. His body felt so warm. Ugh, I'm sorry. He backed up and moved off to the side. You smell really nice. Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Just talking to myself. You know, normal stuff. He glanced away quickly. We carried the groceries out of the store and loaded them into the back of my car. We both got back into my car and made our way to the familiar apartment building. Aw, teddy bear. When we got to the building, Harvey balanced the bags into his arms and followed me to my apartment. Sorry about the mess. Good one. I turned to him confused. Wait, you're serious? This is nothing, dude. Our place has 5 dudes living in it. The other dudes have girlfriends coming and going. They throw parties all of the time. It's a total wreck. He looked troubled but quickly gained his composure. But it's cool, you know? I get to meet a lot of people and there's always music to listen to. Harvey was starting to ramble. Well, if you ever want to break from the party zone, you can hang out over here. I wasn't sure how I offered that up so easily. I could feel the heat rise to my face. It's okay, I prefer the party zone. Harvey looked like he wanted to take up my offer, but then pushed past to put the groceries down. We started getting out everything that we needed to bake the cupcakes. Harvey helped me by following my instructions. Everything went smoothly and before we knew it, we had several batches ready to go into the oven. I started on working on the frosting and Harvey went around the counter to relax against the couch. Wow, this is much more comfortable than our couch upstairs. Yeah? I barely get a chance to relax and use it. Yeah, then again I sleep on our couch, so it's lost its cushion a long time ago. Why do you sleep on the couch? 5 dudes, remember? I'm just lucky that I'm not sleeping in the bathtub. Nice teddy bear, by the way. He looked over the back of the couch into the kitchen. I quickly turned around to hide. Bootsy was, a gift? Yeah, sure, you sound confident in that. So you sleep on the couch? I tried to change the subject back to what we had been talking about. I turned back around to see that he was resting against the bear. I do. It gets a little awkward when I just want to relax and the other guys bring their girlfriends over. I hadn't thought about that. How often does that happen? Every night, right? Is that what you're gonna say? How many days are in the week? It's fine. It's better than being at home with my dad. I can understand that. Oh yeah? Yeah, I'm not completely away from my family yet. My dad is on my case to become a lawyer. A lawyer? Yeah, I mean, look at me. A lawyer? We both chuckled. Harvey kneeled on my couch and leaned against the counter. I don't know. I think he could convince me about a thing or two. I wasn't sure if it was intentional, but he raised his eyebrows slightly. I looked down quickly at the frosting that I was mixing. My face was starting to hurt from how much he was making me smile. Not even. I'm terrible. I returned back around and leaned against the bear again. Okay. I'll trust you on that. Neither of us saying anything for a few minutes. My brain kept repeating the same question over and over. You mentioned your roommates, but do you ever bring back any girls? Even if it's just to hang out? Why did I ask him that? Why? Oh no, I shouldn't have asked him that. That was too personal. I looked down at the frosting, but I kept taking glances at him. He didn't respond right away. Girls? They're not really my thing, I guess you could say. My chest tightened a bit. Harvey whispered to himself. Why did I say that? I haven't said that to anyone before. You guys are so stinking cute. He shook his head and glanced back up to me with a smile. How about you? I'm sure you're a regular Mr. Casanova with Bootsy here. I blushed. I'm not really straight? How can you bring yourself up to say that? That's a struggle. He had scooted around on the couch to get a better look at me. Ugh, God, you're making me nervous. I could have started a fire with how warm he made me feel. It's okay, The timer went off and interrupted him. He didn't continue. Harvey came back into the kitchen to help me pull the current batch out of the oven and put the next batch in. I wanted to ask Harvey what he was about to say before the timer went off. No. How's this taste? Before he left the kitchen again, I held out a spoon with some frosting on it. Instead of grabbing the spoon from me, he leaned over and licked it right off the spoon. Okay. Eh? Oh dear, that was that was cute. I'm going to die from how cute that was. I am going to have to resist the urge to buy all these cupcakes when we get back to the bake sale. He made eye contact with me and I felt like it could just melt right there in the middle of the kitchen. When the cupcakes were finished baking and being decorated, Harvey and I loaded them into the box and took them out to my car. We didn't live far from campus, so it was still early afternoon by the time we got back to the bake sale. I think I'm getting hiccups. The bake sale was really busy now. It felt completely different from the way it did this morning. Esther and Charlotte had set up a new table in my spot while Harvey and I were gone. There was a folded paper sign with reserve written down on it, in a handwriting that I assumed was Charlotte's. Harvey told me that he'd bring the box of cupcakes from the car while I started setting up, and soon we were ready to go again. Thank you for all your help today, Harvey. I had convinced myself that he would leave now that he filled his obligation to help me. It's no problem, man. Today has been a lot of fun so far. Harvey pulled up a seat and sat down next to the table. Aren't you going to sit down? He gestured at my seat beside him. Yeah, thanks. I stumbled onto my seat and tried to relax next to him. Oh, this is cute. We sat there for a while, but not many people were coming by the table. I was starting to feel anxious. I think Harvey noticed my fingers tapping the table. Harvey got up, walked to the other side of the table, and pulled some money out of his pocket. He handed it to me and grabbed a cupcake. Good, just have one. Oh my god, no. Damn, did you make these? What? You're there? This is so mean. You're right there with me. I turned to some kids leaving the I was gonna say Libra, okay. Library nearby. Hey, have you tried these things? They said no and started walking over. Like, you really should try these. Otherwise, I'm going to buy them all up. What does that even say? That's a dialogue, guys. Tiny. What does that say? Apparently it doesn't say anything, according to the chart. Wait. Oh, he didn't. Yeah, I didn't say anything. Alright, weird. That goes for everyone. Buy these before I eat them all up. If I eat them all, then I'll totally get fat and the coach will have to bench his star running back. Hurry, help me before I get hired this man as my personal chef. And eat cupcakes all day long. Save me from an eternity of cupcakes. Save the school's football team. There's no way I'm going to stop eating these if people don't buy them up. Harvey's yelling had gotten a lot of people's attention. Everyone's paying attention to him. And for the last few minutes, he hadn't taken his eyes off of me. He was doing all he could to help me sell these cupcakes. Crowds started to form around my table. Harvey winked at me. People were lining up to hand me money and take a cupcake. Harvey's shouting had brought in all sorts of customers from the other tables as well. Aw, and soon we were sold out. Thanks to Harvey, I had earned my goal. When the crowd dispersed and everyone else was packing up their things, Harvey came and sat back down next to me. Esther walked over to her table and pulled a camera out of her bag. You two did so well today. Would you mind if I took a picture? Oh, this is so stinking cute. Harvey nodded quickly and wrapped one arm around my neck and the other placed on my shoulder. My smile grew bigger than I anticipated and my face started to heat up. I moved my hand to play with a couple strands of my hair to try and hide it. Say cheese! Oh. And with a click of the button, Esther took our photo. I'll give you both a copy of this photo later. Just come by the classroom next week. Sure thing, Miss B. Thank you, Esther. Esther and Charlotte waved goodbye as they grabbed the remaining things to take to their car. Esther waved goodbye along with Charlotte, who showed a huge smile as they walked to their car. Soon it was only Harvey and myself. I didn't even see anyone walking around the campus. The sun had set and we were still sitting where Esther had taken our photo. And Harvey's arm was still hanging around my neck. Wait, we were just sitting there the entire time even though we were sold out? Why? I felt stiff. I didn't want this moment to end and I was afraid any sudden movements could cause him to leave. Aww, cute. I glanced at him out the corner of my eye. He was watching the sky. There was silence between us. He sighed. Jordan, today was the most fun I've had in a long time. Thank you. After all of his help, he was still thanking me. I didn't do anything. He let out a small laugh. You don't give yourself enough credit. He spoke quietly into the night air. I like you. Whoa, like, right? My chest tightened. And I'm hoping that you will like me too. My face felt hot. I tried to search for something that I could say to him, but my voice got caught in my throat. So I just nodded, but kept my head down. He smiled at the stars in the sky. My hand started to shake in my lap. I simply could not have predicted that this is how today would go. Harvey reached over with his free hand and placed it gently on mine. Harvey is a player, bro. This is still day 1 of us meeting for the first time. His hand was so warm. I want to stay here with you. I don't want this moment to end. I am so ballsy. Harvey took his eyes off of the stars in the sky and turned his head to me. I'm going to do my best to make it last. My hand stopped shaking. Eyes locked onto his. Harvey? Yeah? I have a question. I have one too. Ask yours first. Can I see you again after tonight? Harvey blushed. How is it possible for someone to be this cute? I'd love that. What was your question? Can I kiss you? Oh my god! Isn't this too fast? But I'm not mad at it though. I'm not mad at it. I felt like my heart would stop. I nodded again. Oh. My heart. He closed his eyes and leaned closer, his forehead pressed against mine. I instinctively shut my eyes as well. His breathing was shallow, and I could smell the flavor of the frosting on his lips. His lips. Those were close to mine. I had gotten so close, but there was still a gap between his lips and mine. And slowly I leaned in to fill the gap. Our lips met. A brief and sweet peck, afraid to be something more than it was. I pulled back gently and opened my eyes. I watched him open his. The smile reached his big brown eyes. My heart fluttered in my chest. Pretty fast. Y'all wrote pretty fast. That was so fast. Can you... Their relationship game is stronger than anything. I had to rub my eyes, like my eyelashes going crazy. Anyway, Harvey opened the front door with his arm full of grocery bags. Sweetie, I'm home! Harvey heard a noise from the bedroom. It sounded like Jordan was putting something in their closet. Jaggy, that was quicker than I thought it'd be. Harvey thought about how tired he was from running his errands. Really? It felt like I was in that line at the grocery store for ages. I ended up rebagging half of the items when I was putting everything into the car in the parking lot. Oh no. You would not believe it, but I got that same cashier from the other day. That one that won't stop putting on top of the bread. I swear he has it out for me. You would think that one of these days he would learn. Sorry, Jaggy. Jordan grabbed a bag from Harvey's arms and took it to the kitchen. When he came back, he noticed Harvey heading back outside. Jordan started to follow. You need help with everything else? Harvey blocked the door. Nope, no, nothing that I need help with out here. Jordan stood back and eyed Harvey. Seriously though, what's going on? Harvey glanced away from Jordan. He found it extremely difficult to keep things secret when he looked into Jordan's eyes. I'll tell you later. Jordan reached for Harvey's hand. Harvey, tell me. Tell me! I can't right now, just trust me. Please, Jordan? Uh-oh. But inside, he pulled Harvey's hand up and kissed it lightly on the back. Okay, I trust you. I'll start putting away the groceries. Harvey locked eyes with Jordan and smiled before Jordan disappeared into the kitchen. Now we get to see Harvey's point of view of the relationship. Harvey opened the door and went back outside. He grabbed a few groceries out of the back seat and brought each bag inside. When he's finished, he opened the garage door and parked the car inside. That's a lot inside. Harvey grabbed something small and put it into his pocket. I was gonna say inside his pocket? Kidding. Thankfully, he didn't see it. Oh, it's sunny now? Sunset? Sorry. Harvey walked in the front porch and sat down on the steps. Sometimes he just liked to relax and watch the world go by. His garden was buzzing with bumblebees, the birds sang short songs back and forth to each other. The leaves on the willow tree blew in the wind. When they first moved into this house, that tree was just a little sapling. Harvey's thoughts got lost in the wind. Ooh. Now we get to meet, like, younger, a little bit older than them? Older than 19, sorry. Jordan was resting his head against the passenger side window. Candace was asleep in her car seat. and I was driving us to our new home. We had been living in an apartment across town, but we wanted a better home to raise Candace in. Jordan recently opened his bakery, and I hoped living closer to it would help. Oh, I got a bakery! Isn't that... Dude, that logo is on the Dixie cups, aren't they? I turned into our new street. I gently nudged Jordan. Sweetie, we're here. Oh, it is? The little... Sweet Treats. That's my brand? Couldn't come up with a cuter name. Kidding. I think that's, the creators? No. Or, wait. It's something that they... It's... Hold on. I know what it is. Okay. No? No. I thought it was made for the game. The reason why they made this game, but that's self-care. Jordan's eyes fluttered open. He lifted his head from the window and looked at me. How long was I asleep? A while. I dropped by your brother's on the way here. You did? Why didn't you wake me? I thought you needed to sleep. You've been exhausted lately. Plus, he said I shouldn't wake you. Oh, okay. Jordan smiled as he gently pressed his forehead into my shoulder. I pulled into our new driveway. Home sweet home. Jordan unbuckled his seatbelt and turned in his seat to look at Candace. Hey, Cupcake, are you ready to see your new house? Candace smiled at the soft tone in his voice. Where is Candace? I want to see her. We got out of the car. Jordan picked Candace out of the car seat and we walked up to the front door together as a family. Did they say what kind of tree is growing here? It's a weeping willow. Oh, that's nice. I've always liked those kind of trees. Me too. Plus, I like the idea of it growing as Candace grows. Jordan smiled and nuzzled his face into Candace's hair for a second. Where's Cupcake, bro? I unlocked the front door and followed Jordan and Candace in. The movers must be running a little late. Yeah, but they should be here soon. All these transitions of houses, we walked around the house taking a tour of our surroundings. When we were upstairs, we heard the doorbell ring. Hello. Jordan handed me Candace and I followed him down to the front door. Hello? Oh, hello, young man. Kidding. An elderly man with a British accent was standing at the front door. He had something behind his back. Hello. I'm your neighbor from down the street and I just saw you two drive up. I thought I'd come by and give you a warm welcome to the neighborhood. I pulled out a cake box with the logo Sweet Treats written on the box. I chuckled as soon as I saw the logo and nudged Jordan with my knee. I'm glad I brought this over. You must be a big fan to have a hoodie for them. Jordan played with the strand of his hair and smiled. I actually own the bakery. Oh, really? You don't say. Well, ever since it opened, my wife... Ever since it opened, my wife and I have been there every other weekend to buy something. Oh, thank you. That means a lot. I'm glad you liked my dessert so much. I'm not sure. Did you still want the cake? Even though it's from your place? Sure. Thank you so much for bringing over something for us. It's no problem. The man looked back to Candace and I. I stiffened slightly. I still wasn't sure how new people would react to our little family. I don't believe I've introduced myself yet. My name is Reginald Sly. I think my grandson Jackson might be around your ages. I felt my body relax a bit. Brennan reached out to shake Reginald's hand. Hello, Reginald. My name is Jordan Min. Your grandson is Jackson Sly. I think he was a couple of grades younger than me in high school. He was always a nice kid. Reginald smiled. Over here is Harvey Chapman and our daughter Candace. Jordan nudged me in the arm and lifted the cake gently. I'll go put this in the bedroom. Jordan leaned over and kissed me on the cheek before he walked away. Wow, isn't she just a little bundle of cuteness? Candace buried her face into my shoulder. Reginald chuckled. Candace did the wiggle that she did when she wanted down, so I bent over and sat her on the ground nearby. I reached over and shook Reginald's hand. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I like your suit. Ah, that's kind of you. I have quite a collection of bright suits. I actually just lent a white one to my grandson for his most recent job interview. You know what they say, when you look good, you feel good. I was sure that I wouldn't look good or feel good in that suit. I could hear Jordan walking back from the other room when I noticed a moving truck coming down the street. As I turned into the driveway, the driver's foot missed the brake pedal and slammed forward on the gas. Hello? The man in the passenger seat reached over for the emergency brake before the truck ran into our new wooden fence. The truck had stopped on top of the willow tree. Jordan ran outside past Reginald and I standing in the doorway. The men in the moving truck backed up and parked their vehicle properly in the driveway. Reginald was already making his way to the moving truck to chew them out on our behalf. I let Reginald talk to the moving employees and I rushed toward Jordan. Is it Dad? He knelt at the base of the sapling. I can't believe this is happening. I leaned down next to him and put an arm around his shoulders. It had been an incredibly stressful week, and Jordan had broken down into tears. Hey, sweetie, it's going to be okay. His face was pressed into my shoulder, and I could feel the tension leave the shoulders as he sobbed. Then his breath hitched. He snapped his head toward my face and pushed himself away, accidentally pushing himself too far and stumbling back. Where's Candace? The world stopped for a moment. Where was she? I couldn't remember when I stopped holding on to her. She's inside, I think. Did you just say you think? Huh? Mitch... What? Are you crazy? Mitch... Mitch yourself? I don't know. He pushed himself off the ground and ran inside. Candace! She's fine. We know she's fine. I pulled myself off the ground and ran after him. Jordan was frantically calling out Candace's name. He ran toward the backyard. I'm gonna go look. I don't know if this matters. Closet, sure. I rushed into the middle of the room. I tried to keep myself calm and called out to Candace in the best calm tone I could muster. The room was still empty, so it wasn't hard to check everywhere. I got onto the ground and peered into the fireplace. I leaned out the window and glanced at the ground outside. I opened the closet door, but nothing was there except the water heater. I stopped to listen closely. I tried to see if I could hear Candace anywhere in the living room. I found her! I heard Jordan shout from the back of the house, our bedroom. I rushed through the rest of the house and stumbled through the doorway. He was standing in front of the closet with his hand on the doorknob. You found her? He nodded and turned the knob. Candace was sitting on the ground of our bedroom closet. The cake box was in front of her, opened up, and she was smushing cake into her mouth. She had made a mess. Her hands were digging into the cake in front of her. There were crumbs and lumps of cake sinking into the carpet around her. She was covered in frosting. He looks like you! He said in between laughter and crying. Huh? He calmed himself down enough to speak. When we first met, you were covered in frosting like this. Oh! We broke out into laughter together. After we found Candace, I went out to talk to Reginald and the movers. Jordan took Candace into the bathroom to clean her up. Over the next few hours, I told Jordan to relax with Candace on the porch while I helped the movers bring in our stuff. Reginald once again welcomed us to the neighborhood before heading back to his house. Eventually, we moved everything inside of the house and the movers left. Aw. Jordan's back was up against the wall next to the front door. Candace was asleep in his lap. He was staring at the sapling in the yard. Oh, you guys are so cute. I sat down next to him and he shifted his body to lean his head against my shoulder. I feel like I haven't been myself the last few days. I'm just so tired and stressed out. Sorry that I yelled earlier. It's going to be okay, sweetie. We're going to make it through this. We're going to become stronger than this. And we'll be together every step of the way. We're a family. No matter what we're up against, we'll make it. He glanced down at our little girl in his lap. She's our little cupcake. Cupcake. I like that. Aw, cute. I love I specifically love forehead kisses mostly. The kisses on the lips are cool and all, but my favorite's the forehead. I turned my head to kiss him on the forehead. He let out a sigh and let his body loosen the tension that had built up. They're so cute. Things are going to get easier. I hope so. Aw, that's such a pretty picture. Wait, I didn't get a screenshot of it. I didn't get a screenshot of it. I hope there's like a gallery or something. I didn't get a screenshot of that beautiful moment. Ah, it's Candace! You're so pretty! Ugh. The car door slammed in the driveway. Harvey looked over to find Candace getting out of the car. Hey, what'd I say about slamming that door? I haven't even had the car for 2 months and she's already trying to break it. I think you meant to say hello, my beautiful daughter. It is such a treat to be in your presence on an important day as this one. Ivy laughed and walked over to give Candace a hug that would lift her off the ground. Hey, Cupcake. Thanks for coming over today. Ivy set Candace back on the ground and smiled at her. This is where we're gonna stop, though. Is there a gallery? I want to know if there's a gallery. Hold on. Out of screen. Go. Yes, we already saved the game. Options? 3. Oh, I didn't mean to hit start. My bad. My bad. My bad. I didn't mean to do that. There's no gallery! Oh, I guess I have to just go back and play that part so I can get that thumbnail. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful. I believe there's maybe next episode is a final one, because I don't think there's any more memories. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.